Here we are on day 24, where we are cleaning up some of the rocks and moving all the stuff from up on top, getting ready for our building to be delivered hopefully sometime this upcoming week. So this is where we're going to put all the building materials, because it's up high and it doesn't really get that much flooding up here. So we're just kind of pushing rocks, kind of filling this little hole right here. And I'm going to kind of just do a walk through, see how easy it is to walk back here now that it's rained and we got all the string line up. Been kind of off and on rain today, not too bad, but it's still pretty thoroughly wet back here. String light might help you get an idea of the variance in the terrain. As I'm walking, you can see it kind of raise and lower. You can probably tell by the sprinkles on the water that it's raining again. Oh well, you're in Hawaii. Okay, some of this needs to be packed down a little better. This is where there was a couple little hills right in here. Cut them down, threw them to the side to make it easier to run a fence and to walk. And you can kind of see right there how high it was. And I don't know what this little elevation is made out of. I think it's all solid blue stone. You can kind of see the blue coloration right through there. But this sucker is hard. There's already a crack running through it. So that's where those things broke off. But I've tried with the teeth to get this thing to bust up. And you can just see where the teeth just scraped it and just took out the moss, but didn't do anything to the stone. that's it for leave. I've got a couple of pieces to break off. Pretty tough stuff. Ugh. And this is the back corner, and there's a tree root. So I had to tie off to the ohia tree right here because this is all just, there's too much rock right here that nothing is sticking to it. I gotta come out with a hammer. And this is our back open area. Just come through with a brush mower or something. Probably need to make sure I come back here one more time with the excavator and clear this out just a little bit more. And here we have another lake. Great. Well, I'll get to the other side and I'll start recording again. So this is actually a natural lake. You can kind of see right in there the lava, top of the lava layer. And then it comes in and just drops straight off into this little depression right here. Go a little bit slower because I think the camera doesn't catch up as fast. So I am practicing my balance, or the lack of. Yeah, so it's just a natural forming low depression. And I came out here yesterday and did some work and I snapped my string line. But this one's tied to that root over there. And there's the pin there. And you can kind of see the orange flag over there. I just need to come through here and do one more little clean through, but that's going to be another area right there where we got to figure out how to stretch a fence across and then do another one, I guess, down below in the whole area. We'll find out. Like magic, the string line is back up. So it looks like I still got a lot of debris to pull out and move to the left. Yesterday I came out for a little while and we kind of broke down the hill that was up here and filled in that pit that I showed you guys earlier on a couple of weeks ago. That's why I was trying to break out some more stuff. There was a good sized little bump that was here. I got most of it out, but you can kind of see there's that rust color. So that has a higher iron content in it. And those kind of break off fairly easily. This other little mound you see, that's blue. And it does not want to budge. So, jackhammer maybe? Here's that dead ohia tree. I tried to get this up to the front yesterday. It weighs too much. excavator can't pick it up. It just kind of falls over. We're wondering if we can get a sawmill out and maybe, I don't know, cut a slab off of it. Be kind of neat if we could. Yeah, so this is the hill I was working on yesterday. Got quite a bit of it ripped apart. This section here changed to bluestone, so that's why you see that defined edge. Couldn't really get much to tear off, and then you get this little node of the stuff right there. But originally when I came through the first time, that hill, this section that has all the loose boulders in it, was 8 foot deep, give or take. And so we came up and went around over this hill, but I was able to bust a lot of this out, flatten it out, and throw all these boulders into that section over there. There's another little nodule of that blue rock. And right there. So it's just weird, because this stuff here, I could dig a 4 foot, 5 foot hole right here, no issues. And then you get right there, and you can't get that stuff to chip. But yeah, the fence line would have to come right through here, and this whole section was, it's filled with 6 or 7 feet of boulders, and my string line goes right through. So I gotta lift up that string line, go through and pull that crap out over to this other side, and maybe fill in some of these holes over here with some of these boulders. We might end up having to put up a couple of 2x4s and come out and pour some concrete to be able to get the fence post in to level it out. And then you should be able to really kind of tell what kind of terrain we have now that I got the string line up. So that string line hits the ground right over there. And as you can see, each step I take, which is dangerous right now because it's all wet and muddy. I am mud hole. I'm now shorter than the string line. I tried to break this one up too. I got some good chunks out of it, got it a little bit lower, but stuff is just too friggin' hard. But you get over to here, and this was another one. That's why you see all these tiny rocks. And I was able to break this one up real easy. This section right through here. So this was another little hilly high area. And then there's the string line above me. Yeah, these lava flows are really unique. I'd almost like to get a pressure washer and wash some of the stuff off to see it. because this flows all downhill, and then all the way around this is lava. That's lava right there, but this is not. Just weird how that lava flows and hardens. Just like up here, this area was all kind of loose and breaking up, but the rest, that stuff is hard. You know, before this is all said and done, you guys are going to get to see the camera at some point in time go flying up in the air, and then it's going to end abruptly. So here's our plateau. We've got everything off of it, scraped it off, got all the rocks piled up. There's our pile of rocks that we need to get to the front of the property, and that should get us a very nice rock wall, just one rock at a time. So I think this orange mark here is roughly the size of the septic tank, and that mark from the actual wall of the house is approximately 20 feet. So to code, you got to be 20 feet away from any wall or corner. So I think actually measured from the intersection, so I think we're 22 feet, 23 feet from the actual center line of the wall of the house. But we have a 12-foot deck, so luckily that doesn't count. I don't think I've shown you the bucket piers yet. So there's the bucket pier. This is the first one we tried to pour, and we weren't paying attention to it. So when we were throwing cement in it, or concrete, the bucket itself started to float. So we have huge amount of just chunks of concrete that came out from the bottom of it. And the second one we poured was this guy right here, and we held him down. But yeah, the buckets came out pretty nice. We couldn't get them to release, so we had to cut them off. So we're going to cut them in half and then use duct tape to hold a template together. Home Depot, HMP or HPM, and the Home Depot and Kona are all out of these solo tubes. So we got to do what we have to do. So we're going to use the Home Depot buckets for anything at 14 inches and less, and the gray buckets for anything 11 inches or less. And then we'll take one bucket and upside down with another bucket on top of it to get anything that's higher than that. Gotta do what you gotta do when you're out here in the middle of nowhere, right? It's the first time I stood on the pier. It feels pretty solid. Hopefully we'll be able to hold the weight of a house. So yeah, we're kind of wrapping up day 24. We've got the pathway cleared on both sides so we can bring in the building, set it up on top. On Tuesday we trade out the excavator for a 45-foot boom forklift, so we can bring in the materials and then stand up the walls. and also put the sheeting on it and lift the sheeting up to the roofing. But one of the first things we're going to do is, I think this direction should be the ocean. So what we're going to do is we brought our rock climbing gear with us, you know, to be safe on the roof, seeing how there's only 2 of us. And we're going to strap Alex to the forks of the forklift and lift it up the 45 foot with the camera, so we can see how close we are to the ocean from here and get a panoramic 3D. I have my drone with me, but I haven't had a chance to pull it out because, well, it's always been kind of a chance of rain most of the time. All right, that's it for today. We'll come back out here tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving.